Yo, good morning, my people. Top, top, yes, sir. It is the fifth day of March. It's Throwback Thursday. It's 8:01 a.m. Eastern Time, and we should be automatically, without even hesitating or thinking about it, thanking the big man is for allowing us to even wake up this morning, to breathe, to stretch, to yarn, to see another day, another minute, another hour, another second, right? That's always first. Shout outs to everybody out there who's moving around in these streets. All parents who are going to work or coming from work. All kids that's going to school. It's rainy out here in New York. So let's be safe. Let's have our umbrellas. Let's stay out the way. We traveling. Let's try our best to stay out of people's way. So we all could get to where we're going safe. If you out there driving on the road, don't be out there driving crazy. Be safe as you can. If you're late going somewhere, you're just gonna be late. A job is replaceable. Your life is not. Let's keep that in mind. And everybody should be feeling blessed, appreciated, and thankful just for life itself. You coming in, make sure you smash the like button on your way in and on your way out. Like, share, subscribe. We're gonna get into this boxing talk. So let's do what we do. So for newcomers, for regulars, for everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Damn it, let me get myself together here. My man D Free.
What's up?
Free. Free. My girl in there with you?
She just got out the car.
Ah, Free. What up, Free? My good brother.
And that,
Man, I forgot we were supposed to be doing what you call it today. And I said, oh shit, you know what? I'll come back later and do it. I forgot we were supposed to be doing Mills Lane. But I got caught up in this whole I seen this Lamar Roach and William Zepeda, and I was like, interesting. Because the crazy thing was, Free, I could have sworn we was just up here yesterday, um, and we were mentioning some things. We mentioned 35, and it's crazy because I don't think I got this email until either yesterday afternoon or last night. It came through my email about this Lamar Roach and William Zepeda. I said,
yeah,
"Oh, I got to send this shit to Free in case he didn't get it. Let me send this shit to him because it's crazy how we were just speaking on 35.
I told y'all what was gonna happen. I saw the writing on the wall
Damn it, Free! I didn't see this. I didn't
when
see
when
this, man.
when they left Williams Zepeda as the number one contender in the WBC. They the writing was on the wall because if you put two to two together, you saw you would have got four because when Shakur fought Tio and they stripped Shakur of the WBC belt. Remember, Shakur said he was already planning to fight Tio before the Williams Zepeda fight happened. So he had already went to the WBC and told them that his plans was to move up to 40 to fight Tio.
Yeah,
So when Williams Zepeda lost to Shakur, they said we're going to keep him at number one because Shakur's going to go up to 140 pounds and fight Tio. 9 times out of 10, he's probably not going to come back down to 35. So we
yeah,
got Williams Zepeda as the number one contender. We can have him fight for that vacant belt. I already knew what the plan was. That's why they left Williams Zepeda at number one.
That's crazy. I'm sitting there. I'm sitting here reading this shit, and I said, "Yo, we just spoke about some of this shit yesterday, and look what happens." And at first, I wasn't gonna go with it because I'm the type that before I run with something, let me just make sure because a lot of these suckers they'll do that. They'll see something and they quick to run with it. But when they came through, first of all, when it came through my email, that's how I knew it wasn't bullshit. Like I take more stuff in my email serious than I take a post on Instagram or Facebook. Because nowadays people just post anything. So when it came through my email, I was like, oh man, Free gotta see this shit. This is crazy.
Yeah,
And
I heard about it. It came through like around, I want to say around 7:30.
yeah, probably yeah, it was about I'll say it was about that time, not too long after I looked.
Yeah, they
Um
so he's ordered to fight Lamont Roach.
oh Lamont's been having the worst luck getting these two draws. Um well, I mean, if this all right, so if this goes down, how do you see this playing out for Lamont?
Um, I don't know. It's a 50-50 fight. Um, William Zepeda, I think he's a better fighter than Pitbull Cruz. He's more active than Pitbull Cruz. He throws a lot more punches. Has a similar style as Pitbull Cruz. He keeps coming at you, but he throws more punches. He's not all about big hooks. He has a variations of punches. He throw jabs, he throw hooks, he throws body shots, he throw uppercuts. Um, but he throws roughly between 75 to 100 punches per round. Um, Lamont Roach is more of a counter puncher, so he's not as active, and we saw that with the Pitbull Cruz fight. Took him a while before he got going. Um, this is another guy like Pitbull Cruz where you can't let him get. He can't build up too many of the earlier rounds because unlike Pitbull Cruz, Wim Zepeda, he's a in my opinion, he's a smaller version of David Benavidez. As the rounds go on, the more the more of his volume picks up because he starts throwing even more punches. He starts off somewhere around 50, 60 punches in the first couple of rounds, and then his volume start picking up as the rounds go on. So um Williams Zepeda is not one that you want to let him build up too many rounds early on because it's going to be a hard time to slow him down or to win rounds from him because he's so active as the rounds go on. He steps up that volume and he never stops coming. That's the reason why Tevin Farmer had a hard time in his two fights with him because because Williams Zepeda just keep throwing punches. Even though he might be getting outboxed, that man never stopped throwing punches.
Yeah, he had me on the edge of my seat, Cepeda, when he fought Shakur, because me and Tiff was right there in the building, and I was a little concerned for Shakur at first. I'm like, oh shit, because in my mind I'm thinking Shakur is just gonna breeze through him. Don't ask me why I thought that. I said this would be good for Shakur. Go ahead. And there was times where I was a little concerned, like, oh man, damn it, Shakur, damn it, this is gonna be a long night.
Yeah,
So we seen how we seen how that turned out. Um, I like this though. I like this. Some people might say, no, man, he has unfinished business with Pitbull. Why is Zepeda even getting a shot? Why is he getting an opportunity? This man lost to Shakur. We ain't seen him since July 11th, and here it is. He's coming right back like he never left. These are the questions for you that. people have to ask. Me?
Did you did you see where this card was going to be at?
Nah, hell no. Don't tell me Mexico.
Mm-mm.
I
I think
was
I
gonna
think
say
I think
he don't
I
got a
think it's
chance to win it then.
I think it's going to be in Vegas, but
Oh shit.
they're supposed to be the co-main. The rumor is they're the co-main to the Tank Davis Pitbull Cruz fight.
Man, you'll get your ass out of here free. Oh, you
That's the rumor.
serious?
They already I saw a flyer um printed up already, but that's
But
the
why would
rumor.
they? But we got to find out what happens with homie before we can. I mean, all right, maybe homie
Well,
will walk.
well,
Maybe homie will walk.
this supposed to happen, I believe, in either I think it's June. I think either June or July. The fight is supposed to happen either June or July.
Damn.
And like I said, they supposed to be the co-main to the Tank Davis versus Pitbull Cruz. That's the rumor.
Yo, just to put Tank Davis and Lamar on the same card is bananas. It's crazy work. Crazy work.
Well,
RGM, what's up?
if what I've been hearing is correct, Lamar Roach is coming down to 35 to fight Williams Zepeda. Tank Davis is going up to 40 to fight Pitbull Cruz. If what I'm hearing is correct.
What the hell?
Because you already know Tank Davis, he doesn't have a belt at 35 right now. So
Ah,
he's a champion in recess at 35. So he doesn't have a belt. There's no reason for
so
him
so
to really fight at
correct me.
35.
So the belt that Zepeda and Lamont are gonna be, I guess, fighting for. What? That's not Tank's belt, is it?
No, that's Shakur's belt, the
That's
WBC.
Shakur's belt. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The belt that Tank have is quote unquote supposed to be on the line for Kid Austin and his opponent, which was the number two guy, I forgot his name. But Kid Austin and that guy, if they ever make that fight.
Yeah, like you said, yeah. If they ever make that fight, if they ever make that fight, interesting. Free. It's interesting that we see this elevator where Lamont goes back down and Tank comes up.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Well,
Interesting.
everybody wanted Tank Davis to go up to 40. The rumor is that he's supposed to be going up there to fight Pitbull Cruz because Pitbull Cruz hasn't fought at 35 since he fought what was the last fight Pitbull Cruz had at 35? I think it might have been Tank Davis.
It had to be because he fought Rody at 40.
He fought Rolly at 40. That was his first fight at 40.
Yeah.
He fought I think he fought somebody else at 40 and then oh yeah,
He fought
El Rayo.
I'm about to
El
say Arroyo.
Rayo. Yeah,
Rayo.
he fought Rolly, El Rayo, and Lamont Roach. All of those was at 40.
Damn,
So I think
he has some pretty good damn fights, man. That damn Pitbull done had some, he done been in some fights. He done been in a little
because I'm
good.
trying to I don't think he had a fight after Tank Davis until he fought Rolly. I'm trying to remember. Oh no, he
Uh
did. He did. He did. He fought Gamboa because I remember I was at that fight when he fought Gamboa on the Earl Spence and Ugas card. He fought Gamboa.
oh damn. I forgot about that.
And then he
Damn, I
fought. No,
forgot
he
about
had a
that.
couple of fights after Tank Davis at 35. He fought Gamboa. He fought that fight that a lot of people thought that he lost. Um, what's his name? Gio Giovanni. Giovanni. He fought
Okay.
Giovanni, and I think it was another fight at 35, and then he moved up to 40 to fight Rolly.
What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. On the undercard. If that turns out to be like that, free, that's gonna be crazy. That's
Oh,
gonna be a
that's the
crazy
rumor.
card.
That's the rumor. I've been so busy. I've been trying to do a live. I want to do a live, but there's been so much stuff coming out. I can't even do a live because I got so much stuff coming out at the same time. Because I'm looking at boxing, seeing all the news that's coming out from boxing, and then I'm getting all the news that's coming out from the NFL. I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. I said I'm gonna be sitting here breaking news left and right while I'm doing the damn live.
Hey, what Chef Sai said? Sources say.
Oh,
Sources
ain't
say.
something wrong because it's a lot stuff going on in the NFL right now, but there's a lot of stuff going on in boxing right now. So I'm
But I
probably
think
going to end up doing a
I think
live
the stuff in the
Saturday.
NFL. I don't know if the stuff in the NFL is like confusing, but some of the stuff in boxing is kind of like it's not confusing, but it's all over the place. So sometimes
Yeah,
in the sport of boxing, free, you don't know what to believe sometimes because shit be all over the place. You be like, hold on, before I even talk about this, I gotta sit back. Like,
yeah. Like
if I
with
didn't get this,
boxing is a lot of rumors when it comes to boxing.
yeah, hell
Um,
yeah,
with the
hell yeah,
NFL, it's more so breaking news, and
yeah.
this stuff is more legitimate actual moves that's being made because right now next week begins free agency. So right now
Ah,
there's a lot of teams trying to get below the salary cap, and so a lot of players are getting released or are talked about getting released because teams need to get under the salary cap so they can make room for the rookies that's coming in and some
yeah.
of the free agents that they want to bring in. So
Oh, so
that
that's another thing.
that
I'm glad you mentioned that. For you guys that have been in the league for a while, you have to remember once upon a time when you were the freshman coming in. Um, don't have a rookie come in and take your spot now. You better get y'all better get y'all shit together now. Get it together. Get it together.
well,
'Cause,
yeah.
it be some type of intimidation when the new person comes in. Man, I ain't finna get hurt or have this guy take my spot. I need to stay on my yeah. You better stay on your A game. You better stay on it. Better stay on it.
Yeah.
You've been in the league 10 years, 15, and you ain't getting them. You better get going because when that young blood
Uh,
come in, that young blood got something to prove.
what's going on, RGM? What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Rosetta? What's going on, Freaky Twins? What's going on, Mike Rim? We got the
Stupid.
Freaky Twins in the building. Vay, Illy, what's going on?
Illy, I can't wait to Illy get up here, man. Boy, I can't wait to Illy get up here. Lord have mercy. When Illy get up here, it's gonna be some shiznick. G5
What's
Gabe,
going on,
my
Five?
Dallas brother.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to do a live Saturday because there's a lot of NFL news going on and a lot of boxing news going on. So I'm probably going to do a live Saturday so I
Oh,
can have all my all my ducks in a row.
but like you said, with it being so many rumors in boxing, sometimes you have to sit back. Yeah, you freaky twins. He said I'm wiped out. Yeah, that's a fact. Only free could say that shit and make it sound so funny. Only free can do that. Um, Sometimes we got to sit back and just see what's real. But had I not, like I said, had I not got this in my email, I probably wouldn't even believed it. I'd have been like, man, this is a rumor. Let me sit back and see how this plays out. Because Rain sends me stuff through the email. So I like this. Free. Be honest with you. Like I said, a lot of people gonna be like, well, what happened to him in Pitbull? It don't even matter now. It doesn't even matter. This is what it
He'll
is.
say freaky twins.
RGM is stupid. RGM, you was a fool for that one. I like how he broke that down though. He a fool for that one. Um, yeah, but to put that on that man, that would be a great card though. Who birthday is it? Who birthday is it? Somebody birthday today and I
oh,
missed it?
Ellie daughter birthday I think was yesterday.
Oh, Illy. Tell your beautiful daughter I said happy birthday and wishing her many, 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 many more. Matter of fact, tell me what size shirt she wear, and I'll send her No Doug Zone shirt down for her.
Oh, G5 birthday
Oh
today. Happy
shit!
birthday, G5.
Five.
That
I'm
nigga
sorry, your
G5 just
birthday is the fifth. My bad.
damn,
It is.
damn, I forgot. Yeah, G5 just turned 75. What it do,
My
G5?
bad. Happy birthday to my brother. My bad. My bad.
Oh, my
Five.
bad, not 75. I said 75. I meant to say double
You know what?
nickel.
I might have to
G5
do an
just turned a double
Instagram
nickel.
live later and bring. I might have to do an Instagram live later and bring him up here. I wish I'd have been able to bring him up here now. Happy birthday, Five. We love you, brother. We wish you many, 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 many more. It's been a blessing knowing you and having you as a friend for these last 5 to 6 years, and can't wait till you get up here, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Um,
G5 just
I-
turned the double nickel.
G5 is one of the youngest, oldest dudes I know.
Uh, Minister 5. Minister 5.
Minister Five, man. Let me tell you something, man. Yeah, tell your yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely tell your daughter I say happy belated. Tell me what size she wearing shirts. I'll send her something.
What's going on, beautiful?
Matter of fact, I need all y'all to send me y'all size because we trying to give some shirts while we there. So I need everybody's size and shirts, except for you, Angie. I'm not getting you a No Doug Zone t-shirt, Angie. You're getting a No Doug Zone bulletproof vest because I got to watch you because I don't know what type of shit you gonna be on at the cookout. Because you know Angie gonna come in 90-degree weather with Tim's on her feet, jeans. You know what I mean? In a pocket. Yeah, in a pocket knife. So I got to get Angie a No Doug Zone bulletproof vest because I don't know what she might come up in there and do. I just don't know, free. I don't know. She said a bulletproof vest would be fire. That would be fire, though, right? That would be fire. But I couldn't make those if I wanted to. I mean, I can, but yeah, I ain't trying to be a.
We're gonna
I
put
ain't trying
Angie.
to
We're gonna
follow.
put Angie in a no duck zone see through tank top.
No, no, yo, God, yo, Angie, we love you, sis. You know we love you. We love you, sis. We love you, sis. But your man out of pocket. That's what Free is gonna wear. Nipple man. She said nipple man. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. We might have some bodysuits for you ladies, man. We're gonna have something different for y'all. Beautiful. I see you. I'm playing with you now, but I need everybody's size and shirts, so it won't be no problem when everybody gets their shirt. PGH, what's up, fam?
PGH.
What's up, fam? But hey, free. I ain't gonna lie though. This would be to have that on that card. That would be, and we don't even know because that's only four fighters, two fights we heard about. But just imagine what the rest of the card look like if it goes through this way, like they're saying. Just imagine what that whole card would look like because you know that's not gonna be no trash card.
I'm just the only thing that I'm not excited about. I think the Williams Zepeda and Lamont Roach is a good fight. The only thing that I'm
Yeah.
not excited about is they keep they keep trying to force feed us these guys as champions instead of just letting everybody get an opportunity. Okay, the guy had an opportunity to become a champion. He got a draw, whatever have you. All right, that was his opportunity. Let's move to the next guy. Why you got to keep trying to force feed us the same select individuals? Lamar Roach wasn't a name until he fought Tank Davis. Now all of a sudden they trying to force feed us Lamar Roach. William Zepeda, he was a name or upcoming name in the sport of boxing. He lost to Shakur Stevenson. Now they trying to force feed us William Zepeda. Same thing going with Ryan Garcia and all. Like you just trying to force feed us the same select guys so everybody can pay attention. Dog, there's other guys that's out there that people can be looking at instead of the same guys over and over again.
Yeah, what the force. I don't get what the force feeding us is about, but then I do get what it's about. Um, Shout out to my man Jay Smith who went live this morning, and he was talking about how certain people are getting opportunities and they're coming off of losses.
Yeah,
And I had to
yeah.
think about that. He was like, think about it. Ryan Garcia loses to Rolly, and look what position he ended up in next. William Cepeda loses to Shakur, and then look at the position that he ends up in next. Canelo loses to Crawford, and look what they talk about doing with him in September. See, when he said that, I didn't really take the time to think about it. And I thought about it. I said, "Oh shit, he might be on to something."
Yeah, they keep trying to force feed us these guys. Like, yeah, we're gonna make these guys a star, no matter what happened, how many times they lose. We're gonna make sure that these guys are a star. No, there's other guys. That's why I keep telling people I don't use accolades when it comes to my pound for pound because some people get opportunities that other guys don't get. And this is a clear case of guys getting the opportunities just because they're a name or they're a guy that the promoter want to push. When you got other guys that's right there in the sanctioning body that's ranked, like the guy that was ranked behind William Zepeda. I forgot who it was. I'm not even looking at the rankings right now. But the guy that was ranked behind William Zepeda, he never got a chance to be number one because they never moved William Zepeda out of number one. And the guy that was number three never got a chance to be number two. So like you got other guys that's trying to get the same opportunity that he already got. He
Yeah.
missed out on his
Um,
opportunity. Move him down and put somebody else there.
PGH Big Dog says, black fighters start at the end of the line when they lose, though. Some bullshit. Yeah, some BS. Um, and it's crazy because if you pay exactly attention to what goes on, it's deeper than favoritism. You start seeing some of the racism because I mean favoritism plays a part, but you see a lot of that racism comes with it, and you start seeing it, right? Because you can't say, well, racism has nothing to do with it. Bullshit. Because take William Cepeda, take Ryan, and take Canelo. They're not Latinos. Make them African Americans. Would it be the same energy?
Nope, definitely not.
But oh, racism doesn't exist
Definitely
in
not.
boxing.
Definitely Canelo definitely wouldn't have got that many opportunities. If Canelo name was Calvin, he wouldn't have got that many goddamn opportunities.
Cal- Calvin, Brandon,
None of it.
Christopher.
Right.
Man,
Just imagine if Canelo name was Calvin and Jamal name was Jose. You think that they would have gave Calvin a daggone created a franchise belt for Calvin so he wouldn't fight Jose? Hell no, they wouldn't have did that.
nah, absolutely not. Um, and it's sad. It is sad. What is studio? What? Listen, man, RGM. That's I
He's
don't.
he's he's Mexican. That's the reason why. I mean, we already know he's going to look out for the Mexican stars. He's shown it time and time again. The Mexican stars get the benefit of the doubt. They get the opportunities that other ethnic groups don't get. If
Um,
Shakur Stevenson would have tested positive for whatever Oscar Valdez was on, you thought they would have let Shakur Stevenson kept his belt? Hell no, he would have lost his belt and he would have been suspended.
yeah, you know, it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't, and you know, and it's sad, right? It's like I said, boxing's always been a sport where it was a hit and miss, but for these last, I want to say for these last maybe 5 to 6 years, maybe a little longer than that, it has just gotten worse and worse, and the favoritism and the racism shows more and more every day in the sport. And this is what we try to get a lot of y'all, not also as fans, but other content creators to see. When you guys are trying to make an argument out of something that's not arguable, that if you just pay attention to see who gets certain opportunities. But for you D riders, you're gonna say that's they're not giving them that because of their race. They're giving it to them because they deserve the opportunity. How?
No, like I said, I don't even understand why they even have a ranking system in the sanctioning body, because the
Yeah.
only one that holds true to their ranking system is the IBF. None of the other sanctioning bodies hold true to their ranking system. The IBF is the only one. If you're quote unquote number one, even though they don't have you as number one, they have you as number two. They leave the one and two spots open, and then they move the number. I remember, so they have you ranked number three. They leave the one and two spots open, then they move you up to number one when they're going to call a mandatory. That's when you know when the IBF is about to call a mandatory, because whoever
You
was
know,
number three, they're going to move them to the number one spot.
the
But
problem.
they leave. They the only ones that do it.
Okay, all right, Vay. The problem with boxing also too, like I understand what you're saying, RGM. I always said is that boxing is a door. It's boxing is like one big house where the doors are never locked, which means anybody can walk into boxing. A lot of people get opportunities because of who their fathers were, who their family members were, who their grandfathers were. Because if you look at a lot of these people, and this is probably in life period, and you look at a lot of these people and you go, where the hell did they come from? Were they ever involved in the sport when they were younger? What did they ever do? And a lot of them got in because of who they were related to, who their grandfathers were, who their fathers were. Um, it's sad because how they do business and how they carry themselves lets you know that they don't give a damn about what's fair. They don't care. Oh, if
They,
I get this opportunity, I'm gonna look out for my kind. I'm gonna look out for my kind. If I
they,
get this opportunity, yeah, you
that's
what
why.
he say?
That's why
You a
I
racist.
don't really.
You a racist. You a racist for calling me a racist.
See, this is the thing. Like, we are so accustomed to the ranking system not following by the rules that a lot of people get upset with the IBF because the IBF followed their rules. Like, if they got
Oh
a
yeah.
mandatory, and a fighter wants to have a rematch, they're like, nah, we got a mandatory that we're calling. We don't care nothing about your rematch. Y'all had a fight. One person lost, one person won. We got this mandatory right here. Y'all want to have a rematch? Y'all can have a rematch. Just drop the belt, because we got a mandatory that we calling. But because they hold true to their rules, they get they
No,
get
RGM.
bad talked about
Fedora and Tim
because
Zoo is not
everybody
about to
else
have
don't.
a no. Tim Zoo and Fedora is not about to have no trilogy. Fedora's fighting
You said
Keith
Tim Zoo.
Thurman. We were talking about
Yeah,
had Tim Zoo won that last fight, would it been a trilogy? But they're not going to have no trilogy. I would have liked to see it, but yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But no, I get what
Now,
you're
yeah,
saying. I get what you're
Fedora
saying though.
Fedora about to fight Keith Thurman.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Oh.
Yeah, but
No, 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 no. We were
that's
saying
and
yesterday. We were saying yesterday what would have happened had he won that? Would it been a trilogy? That's what I was asking Brother Free. But
oh,
yeah, there's It's like I said, it's deeper than favoritism. Nah, it's okay. It's okay, RGM. It's all right. It's all right, brother. At least you paid attention yesterday to know what we was talking about. Some people would have came in and said some other shit. At least you paid attention. But yeah, it's
That's why.
boxing.
That's
Boxing's
why
crazy.
I don't really say nothing bad about the IBF because every time we talk about the IBF, I tell people all the time they're the only ones that hold true to their rules. What their rules are, they gonna stand by their rules
Yeah, example
wholeheartedly.
still works.
Everybody else,
Yeah.
they bend their rules and everything. IBF don't bend the rules. The only time the IBF will allow something to happen is if there's a unification. Okay,
You
y'all
know what
trying to
I noticed,
unify. All
Free?
right, we're not gonna call it a mandatory right now.
We live in a time where, especially in the sport of boxing, that when you're trying to be fair and you stick by the rules, they don't like that. If you notice that, they don't like that. I'm just talking about in general. So when somebody's trying to come and do the right thing, a sanction, somebody like them, yo, I don't like them, man. Why has it got to be like that? So when you try to restore some order, they don't like you restoring order. That's crazy to me. I thought you supposed to restore order. That's crazy. Let's fix this. Let's do what they're not doing. But when you're trying to do what they're not doing and you're trying to restore order, you're the bad guy. That's crazy to me. Boxing's oh my god, boy. If I didn't love boxing the way I did, man, I, I'll leave
No,
it
it's
alone.
because I'm gonna tell you why it is. Is because a lot of times the order is cutting out the people's favorite.
Mm,
Because, like I said,
mm.
when the IBF told Bud Crawford, I don't care nothing about that rematch that you and Earl got planned or whatever. We're calling Jerome Businis as the mandatory. Everybody was up in arms. Oh, they trying to do this for no, dog, that's their rules. The rematch had nothing to do with their mandatory that it was called. The mandatory was only put to the side because they was unified. Now that they unified, they calling their mandatory. They it's not like they singled out Bud for doing that. They did it to Canelo. They did it to Usyk. They did it to it was somebody else they did it to, but they did it to a bunch of different people. They ain't always one particular group of people that they do it to. They do it to everybody. Like I said, Canelo was the first big name that I heard that was stripped by the IBF. And I know there was other people, but that's the first one that I can remember hearing. Canelo was being stripped by the IBF. And it was a big shock because they're like, oh, the IBF stripping Canelo?
Mm.
And then they did it to Bud. They did it to Bud multiple times. When Bud was at 140, the whole thing, he was supposed to fight Eagle Kavalastas for the mandatory. They let him step aside so he can become undisputed. But the agreement was once you become undisputed, he's the mandatory. Bud didn't want to fight him, so Bud ended up dropping his belt and moving to 47. So this is not the first time that they've done it. They've always stood by their rules, but people just don't respect it because a lot of times it involves their favorite, and they feel like, oh, you only doing this because it's such and such. No, go look at the history of the IBF. They do it to everybody. They don't care who you are. They do it to everybody.
Yeah. I mean, a
No,
blind man can.
Bud is the only undisputed champion who has never defended his undisputed that I can know I can remember. Bud has been undisputed 3 times. Not one time has he defended his undisputed title. He didn't defend it at 40, he didn't defend it at 47, and he didn't defend it at 68. He's the only one that I can think of that has not defended his undisputed. Everybody else, I've seen them at least defend it one time, at least once.
Yeah. Um, it's just you sit and you think about it, and if we don't start paying some type of attention and catching on to certain things, we're going to be in trouble because some of y'all are just comfortable with watching boxing, and that's not good enough. Because it's a lot of people that is not being treated fair. They're not being treated fair, and a lot of y'all are not seeing that. And it to me is just it's disgusting in some ways. But y'all are going to continue just to be fans, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But it's just certain things I see free, and I go, when I take the time and I read up on things, or I just sit back and I think about it. Like when I'm not doing that, and I sit and think, and I go, certain shit just doesn't make any sense. How a
Like
guy,
The IBF just did it to Jao Obata. That nigga said you can fight and you can fight for Zufa, but you're gonna either fight for our belt or you're gonna fight for their belt. You will not be fighting for both our belts. It's gonna be one or the other. It won't be for both. Which I have no problem with that. Zufa didn't want to. They didn't want to acknowledge the other sanctioning bodies. So why does the sanctioning bodies have to acknowledge Zufa?
which I think that's fair enough because
And people say, "Oh,
y'all just coming around. Who the hell y'all think y'all are? Y'all literally just coming around. Who do y'all
and,
think y'all are?
and people. I mean, I hear people talking about, oh, that's not right. The IBF shouldn't be doing that. Well, the IBF wasn't the one that said they not going to recognize Zufa. Zufa said that they not going to recognize the sanctioning bodies. They said we're going to create our own belt. We're going to start our own ranking system. We're not recognizing the other sanctioning bodies because we're starting our own. So it's only right for them to say, okay, well, we're not recognizing y'all.
He said, "What is?"
They got their own belt. They got their own belt, which is the is they want to have one champion. They don't want all these sanctioning bodies and you have to fight multiple champions to become the undisputed champion. They only want one champion. So they creating their own championship belt. They're gonna have their own ranking system and they're gonna create their own championship belt. So this weekend Jai Obertai will be the first guy to fight for the Zuffa championship. He's going to be the first one to fight for the Zuffa champion. Nobody else has fought for a
He said,
Zuffa
"They trying to be
championship yet,
UFC of boxing."
and I don't understand. I don't understand that because this is his first fight. You had other guys that have their first fight. Why he's the only one that's fighting for a championship, and you ain't had nobody else fight for a championship? So, but that ain't none of my business. But it is what it is. So so Ja Obata, it looks like he's going to end up fighting for the Zuffa Championship. So he's going to end up getting stripped of the IBF, which means that one or two things: it either put a hold on the David Benavidez versus Ja Obata, or they go ahead and make the fight anyway and say they don't care if there's a belt on the line or not. But everybody like, man, well, if there's no belt on the line, they still could fight. Well, then that goes back to what I've always said: belts don't matter. The fight matters. Because if there's no belt on the line, y'all still want to see the fight. That means the belt didn't matter. That's why I've been telling y'all from the beginning. As a fan, the belt doesn't matter to me. Only the fight matters to me. I don't care if there's a title on the line or not. I don't get to take a title home.
Yeah,
I root for the Washington Commanders every Sunday when football season is going on. They're not playing for a championship every single time they play. They play for a championship one time a year, and that's if they make it to the Super Bowl. They don't make it to the
yeah.
Super Bowl, they're not playing for a championship. Same
Nope.
thing in basketball, same thing in baseball and hockey. Y'all root for these teams all the time, but they only could be a champion at one particular time throughout the year.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, but the whole Zuffa thing, I'm not sold on it. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. They're already starting off on a bad foot. just far as what they're doing. But hey, I'm not here to judge. You know, whatever.
Oh,
But
but
like,
Zuffa just started. Zuffa just started maybe I want to say 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think it was February was their first fight that they had for Zuffa. I think it was February 21st, or it might have been the week before that. They just started like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Was the first match that Zuffa ever put on, and I believe that was the match that they had. Colin Wash fighting against, I can't remember who he fought against, and then they had El Rayo fighting as well.
yeah,
But that was the first Zuffa match that they put on was that weekend with Callum Walsh was fighting and El Rayo was fighting, and I think Jalil fought on that card as well.
hmm, yeah. Shout out to Jaleel. Yeah, it's people always try to have closing arguments for these type of conversations that we have free, but the jury is still out on a lot of this shit. You look at what's going on with the whole Virgil and Golden Boy, and every day people got different arguments about it. I go, look, man, I'm just gonna sit back and see what the fuck happens because it makes no sense to argue about it from Monday to Friday. It just makes no sense. And I'm like, you know what? Just like the Tank situation, it makes no sense to argue about the situation he's in. We all have to sit back and see how this shit play out because talking about it is cool, but once a decision is made from the powers
Oh,
that be, it ain't gonna even matter.
hey, hey, I mean, I don't know how much y'all pay attention to Twitter, but Xander Zayas and Josh Kelly been going back and forth because they trying to make
Oh,
that fight.
oh,
They
uh
try
oh,
they trying to make that fight. So Josh
uh
Kelly came
oh.
out and said, "My promoter is the only promoter that's been making offers," and they said that Xander Zayas won't come to the UK, and this and that, and then Xander Zayas responded. He was like, "Hold up." Well, we approached your promoter 2 weeks ago, and we was waiting to hear word back from you. This the first time that I'm hearing from you, so I'm glad that you said yeah you would take the fight. He said, but it was your promoter that said that the money wasn't good in the UK, that they preferred to fight in the US. And so I was like, up, here we go. Let's see if we can make this fight happen.
Let's
Cause
go.
now it's 3 belts on the line.
Hey, I think it is. I think it can happen. I don't see Josh Kelly backing down. I don't see Xander. I think those is one of those that um we ain't gotta wait all day for
No,
that.
I ain't gonna say that.
So
I ain't gonna
who
say
telling
that.
the truth?
Josh Kelly done back down multiple times. Josh Kelly done back down multiple times. I'm
I
not gonna
don't
say
think he'll
that
back. I don't think he'll back
because
down from this. But let's see what happens. So who telling the truth
he back
and who lying
he backed
about
down
what?
for the he backed down from the box. He,
Well, people pick and choose who they want to back down from. People pick and choose. That's
no,
life.
I'm saying no he backed down from the Bartram fight. They had to force him to fight Bartram, and then they had already agreed to fight Jerome Buzinis. But once he beat Bartram, they was like, "Oh well, we ain't got to fight Jerome Buzinis. We got options." I'm like, "Here we go. We got another one there. Once they win the title, now
Well,
all of a
I
sudden
mean,
they ain't
so
got
if
to
that
fight
was the
nobody."
case, so if that's the case, it wouldn't be no point in talking about him as Andrew then. If that's how we always going to look at it, because then that makes no sense. Because the thing is to want to push to see the fight. So if we're going to use that, then talking about Josh Kelly versus Andrew is not even a conversation. If that's what we're going to focus on, I mean, people can focus on what they want. I look at it like I only worry about.
No,
I
I'm
mean, I
not
don't
saying
worry about his.
I'm not I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not going to sit here and say he not going to back down from the fight because there's multiple fights that he backed down from. So he's not a guy that like Xander Zayas is a guy that I would say he doesn't back down from no fights. they reached out to him to make the fight. He made the fight. When they reached out for the Sebastian Frendor, he wanted to make the fight. When they reached out for the Virgil Ortiz, he wanted to make the fight. So that's a guy that I would say don't back down from fights. I wouldn't say that about Josh Kelly.
I mean, well,
I mean,
he
even
can't.
Jerome Businis, I can't say that about Jerome Businis because when they offer him to fight at 54 for Virgil, he said, "Nah, I'm not fighting at 54. I'm fighting at 47." So I mean, it wasn't in his best interest at the time to fight Virgil, but I'm not gonna say he didn't back down from certain fights because there has been times when
I'm
he
okay,
backed down
babe. Why
from
wouldn't
a
I be
fight,
okay?
and
I'm all right, babe. I'm chilling. Was go ahead, free? You said?
no, I was saying it's been times when Jerron backed down from fight. I mean, like when I say a person doesn't back down from a fight is whenever there's an opportunity, they jump on it, and that's why I said Xander Zayas. He's a guy that I would say doesn't back down from any fights because whenever they presented an opportunity for Xander Zayas, he jumped on it. He ain't say no, I'm not fighting him. He's like, okay, let's make the fight happen. So I don't know.
Nah, no,
We'll
no. I'm
we'll
good,
see what
babe.
happened with Josh Kelly. See if he's going to
Yeah,
step
I
up to the
mean,
plate or not.
listen. Until I see all that, I mean, a lot of these guys are doing that. A lot of these guys are, like I said, people pick and choose who they want to smoke with. We've been that happens. It happens every day. People out here fake pumping and acting like they want to smoke with somebody. My thing is, if that's the case, then a lot of
He
you
said
fighters.
he said Xander Zayas is like Clarence when he got a steak. When he done with one, he said, "Okay, what's next?" Where the next one at? That nigga Xander Zayas ain't never full. That nigga got a big ass appetite.
Hey, I take that as a compliment. For real. That was a fun. Hey, RG, that was a good one, man. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a
Hey,
good one.
y'all come to the cookout. Y'all gonna see how big Clarence plate is gonna be.
Nah,
Tell
my
him
plate
like,
ain't gonna be that. My plate ain't gonna be
yeah.
that big. I got. Listen, I ain't gonna be eating like that as much as y'all think I am. I got work to do, man. I'm gonna be moving all around that shit, man. Moving all around. I would love to do that, but now I realize what I want to do there. It's gonna kind of interfere with me really eating as much as I want to, because now Tiff wants to go late. She wants to go out later that day. So now I'm like, damn, you can't do too much, because I'm the type, if I eat too much, drink too much, I'm going to sleep. I'm going home. Forget hanging out. Forget hanging out. I am not doing all that. I got work to do, and ain't nobody gonna be helping me neither, but my wife and Jeff Sparks. So it is what it is. But don't focus on me. Y'all better focus on having fun. Because if I just so happen to get tired and get full, I'll be like, look, I like to hang out, y'all, but I ain't doing it. So thanks for coming to the cookout, and goodbye.
Y'all believe that
Listen,
shit if y'all want to.
I don't care what y'all believe. I don't care what y'all believe. I'm no Doug Zone. I don't explain myself to nobody. I
That
don't care
man.
what y'all believe. I'm not eating like that. I'm not eating like that because I got it too busy. I got to take care of y'all asses. The hell, like I always do.
That man Clarence gonna be like, where we going after this? All right, we gonna be the best of all right, bet. All right, let me go take this stuff to the
No,
house. I'll
listen. You
meet
better
y'all
hope.
there.
You better hope I don't get tired. Because if I get tired, I ain't going nowhere but going home to my wife. If I'm too tired, so I can't do too much on that day. That's the only reason why I was able to go out and party with y'all the last time, because I didn't do too much that day. Had I been doing a lot of drinking, a lot of eating, I wouldn't have been going nowhere that day. That's the only reason why I was able to come
All
out.
right, now you. Well, I will agree. You was not doing a lot of drinking.
I wasn't doing a lot of drinking. See, it's not the eating that makes me run upstairs to want to go to bed. It's the drinking. That's what y'all got to worry about. If I do that, I'm not going nowhere. I'm taking my ass home. That's simple. That's simple. Because you got to
He
remember,
was he wasn't doing a lot of drinking.
while y'all all still sleep, not everybody, but while y'all all still sleep, my ass is the one up at 5 o'clock in the morning, having to get myself together. So that's a lot when you got to do all that. And then from 5 o'clock in the morning till the time it starts till 6 p.m. when it ends, shit, that's a lot. That is a lot.
Man, that
So,
nigga Clarence sitting at the damn park. I walked up. He was like, "Oh, you came early like you said you was." Told you I was coming early. I don't never lie. When I say I'm coming early, I'm coming early. My ass is gonna be there early.
yeah, man. So I'm not doing too much this year. I'm enjoying myself and have fun, but whatever y'all expect to see from me, y'all ain't gonna see too much of that. I want to be able to go. I want to be able to hang out when it's over. To be honest with you, I don't want to have to just go home and be like, "Yo, I'm going upstairs. I'm tired, y'all." I don't want to have to do that. Yo, Tony Harrison doing a little too much, man. He's doing a little too much. Too much.
She was like, "Bro, you on the forklift today?"
Your man calling for your man. Either your man desperate for a fight or a payday. Because your man calling out Earl, he calling out Jamel. Like, let's do this.
Who
Um,
who
Tony
called him out?
Harrison. Tony Harrison, Duck, when you on till
Oh
10. Of course,
yeah,
you know I'm on till
man.
10, man.
If that nigga don't take his sleepy ass somewhere every time he get in the ring, he go to sleep. Take his sleepy ass somewhere. That nigga done went to sleep in the ring more times than anybody I know.
Man, like I said, boxing's a sport. Everybody just be running their mouths, man. That's all it is. Yeah, man, you know every time I go live at 10. I go live until 10. Sometime I'll go after because the conversation just be good. But I got to at least get my 2 hours in. I got to
Tony
always get.
Harrison had a fight. What was it last year or the year before last?
He just beat some. Who did he just beat? Last year. Last year, he just fought.
That's what
He
I'm saying.
beat.
I'm trying to. It was last year.
It was last year. He fought. I don't even know who the hell the dude was, but I know he beat him. But why is he calling for? I
Man,
mean, he's
Tony
calling
Harrison.
for. He calling for Earl and he calling for Charlo. I mean, I don't. He talking about a trilogy. I'm like, bruh, nobody gonna be
He
too
wanted.
real forever.
Well, I know why he calling for him. He want a payday because he ain't beating neither one of them. Even the
Yeah,
Earl Spence that we seen in the ring with Bud, Tony Harrison ain't beating that Earl.
yeah. At this point, you know, ain't no telling what he trying to do. That's why I don't even entertain. I don't even. I just seen it come across my phone. That's the only reason why I brought it up. But that ain't something for me to sit on my live for 3, 4 hours. Yo, what do you think about Tony Harrison? Man, I don't care about none of that shit. Y'all find anything to talk about just to make content, but I don't. If it don't move me, I really don't care about talking about it for real. Hey, let's come
Yeah.
on, coming live. Babe. Oh yeah, but yeah. So yeah, this would be cool. Cepeda, Roach.
I think
I
it's
mean,
like I said. I think it's a
I
good
like
fight.
it.
I just didn't think it was going to be Lamont Roach who Williams Zepeda was going to be fighting for the title. I thought it was going to be somebody else. I knew it was going to be Williams Zepeda fighting for the vacant WBC. I just didn't think it was going to be Lamont Roach.
Well, they always tell you to expect the unexpected. Um, and when they say expect the unexpected, this is exactly what they talking about. So I'm not.
See,
I ain't
like
too mad.
everybody, and see, like the whole thing with the Rolly and Devin. I don't mind the fight, but everybody talking like the fight is done. I didn't see them make an announcement saying that the fight is done. I know that the PBC offered Devin Haney that fight, but I didn't like I said, nobody came out and said that the fight is done and this is when it's happening. They offered him a fight for May 30th against Rolly Romero. But last time I checked, They said Rolly had 2 weeks to make a fight, or they was going to send his mandatory and him to a purse bid. So let's see what
People have
happens. If
people have no patience. Exactly. I mean, they have zero patience on waiting to see how things turn out.
right,
Instead of
like I said,
just waiting, just wait. Why are y'all so damn thirsty?
nah,
Just
like
wait.
I said, I don't know if the fight is been I don't know if the fight's been agreed upon or what. Um, because the thing is, like everybody keeps saying, "Oh, why he's not fighting Rolly or whatever." I mean, why he not fighting Ryan? Well, you have to remember, Devin is not the one that's sending the offer. That's coming from Turkey. So Turkey has to make that offer. And right now, I think Turkey wants to have that fight in Riyadh season, but because of all the stuff that's going on in Iran, they can't have that fight in Riyadh season. Ain't nobody going over there.
Mm,
So don't be surprised if you see some fights being put on hold because of what's going on over in Iran.
mm. I mean, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. But yeah, people just be more patient and just wait to see what's going to happen before they be so. And then people be so upset because they have in their mind, they believe that because they're boxing fans, this is going to happen. They got to make this. They got to make this. They got to make Lee versus Devin. They got to make it. They got to make it. And for some reason, when it don't happen, y'all are pissed to the high level of pissivity. Well, stop getting your hopes up. I don't get my hopes up for nothing in boxing no more. Nothing. I get more of my hopes up for putting in credentials to go to something versus like I don't get my hopes up for a lot of shit no more. And even with that, even with credentials, I have low standard for that. Um, yeah,
Uh,
y'all get y'all hopes up for shit.
this
Stop getting
time
your
of the
hopes.
year, this time of the year is the most exciting time of the year for me because the NFL free agency season is
Yeah,
about to open up. That's what I'll be looking forward to. I
yeah.
mean, if we get some good fights, uh, hey, that's a cherry on top. But like I tell y'all before, I like football. I mean, I'm sorry, I like boxing, but I love football. Football is my first sport. I played football my entire life. I've watched football my entire life. I like basketball. I like boxing, but football trumps all of that.
I'm
If
gonna
you
tell you what I love about boxing.
give me a
I
football
love to
game the
be
same time a boxing match is going on, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be watching a football game.
I love being able to control what it is I want to watch and what I don't want to watch, what I want to support and what I don't want to support. That's what I love about it. That's what I love about it. And like I said, I be mostly into the amateur boxing, so a lot of times I don't really give a damn too much what happens in in these pro fights because it's the same storyline in professional boxing. It's the same storyline. It's damn near like wrestling. It's the same storyline. Every time we turn around, a guy cheats, he gets the opportunity to come back to do something that a guy didn't cheat can't do. A guy that doesn't cheat doesn't get the same opportunity that the guy who did cheat gets. Now, Free, well, how does that make sense? Explain that shit to me, Free. How does a guy that cheat gets an opportunity that a guy that didn't cheat won't get? Make that
Uh,
shit.
because because the money is behind the guy that cheated, whether it's them getting paid under the table or that's just a high dollar value fighter. Like Canelo Alvarez will always, well, I ain't gonna say always, when he was in his prime, Canelo Alvarez will always get opportunity that most guys don't get because all of the money was behind Canelo Alvarez. When Floyd was fighting,
All right, y'all. We gotta give it a second. My man Free must have got a call. Good morning, y'all. Everyone. Welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Good morning on this Throwback Thursday. We're getting into this boxing talk. Lamar Roach, William Zepeda. It's been ordered, so we're gonna sit back and see how all this plays out before we start making predictions of what do we think can happen. Now, Free, what was you saying about Canelo now?
I was just saying that the high dollar fighters always get opportunities
Yeah,
that the low end fighters don't get, even though the high end fighters might have took a loss or they might have cheated or whatever have you. They're gonna always get the opportunities that the low end fighters don't get because there's a lot of money invested in those other fighters, and there's not that much money invested in the low end fighters. So they okay,
yeah,
well we ain't got no money invested in them, so I mean it is what it is. But these other guys, we got a lot of money invested in them, so we got to try to make this money back.
yeah, yeah. You know, as shitty as it is, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, and I could be mad with it. Anybody can be mad with it, but the powers that be allow it. So it's only so much you can do about that. That's why I'm never interested in making arguments about it. I just go, yo, it is what it is. Boxing's a sport where
So
either boxing's a sport where either you're gonna learn to love it, you can hate it, or you could just say, you know what, I'm done with this sport and I'll never watch it again. I'll never support it. But
right,
even with you doing that, the sport is going to continue to go on with or without you around, no matter how
yeah,
you feel. Yes, Spark, what's up?
that- that's because like I tell everybody all the time, the casual is what make the sport goes on. There's more
Yeah,
casuals than there is diehard boxing fans.
yeah,
So as long as the casuals are buying into the fights, they don't care nothing about what the diehard boxer fans are saying because the casuals are the ones that's going to pay for the pay per view. They're going to pay for the tickets. They're going to fly out to the fights and things like that. The diehard boxer fans like, man, I don't really care for this fight, so I'm gonna watch it at home, or
yeah,
I'm gonna go to a bar and watch it. I ain't gonna buy it on paper.
yeah, that part.
So that's why they will always care more about what the casuals think over what the diehard boxing fans think.
And it's sad because, you know, we in times where it's just our word don't mean nothing. It's like you said, the casuals. You know, people saying Tank should be fighting Lamar instead of Pitbull. Roach got a title fight on the table, so they hating on Tank, but also saying he's bigger than a title. Uh, what do you think about that, Free?
What's up?
About Tank? You know, they said Tank should be fighting Roach instead of Pitbull, but he said, but Roach got a title fight on the table, so they hating on Tank, but also saying he's bigger. He's bigger than the title. Um,
Who's bigger than the title? Tank?
I guess Tank.
It got to
Yeah,
be Tank. It ain't nobody else. And
yeah, yeah,
neither
yeah,
one of
yeah.
the other ones are.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
like I told
What
y'all
did you?
yesterday,
What's your feelings on that?
like I told you yesterday, it makes from a money aspect, it makes sense for Tank Davis to fight Pitbull Cruz first because he lost a lot of money dealing with this court issue.
from paying for the lawyers and missing out on fights, he lost a lot of money. So he wants to try to recoup that money that he missed out on, and he
Yeah,
had to pay by fighting Pitbull Cruz because that's a big money fight for Tank Davis over Lamont Roach because Pitbull Cruz got the whole Mexican fan base that's going to support him because a lot of them believe that he won that first fight against Tank Davis, and the Mexican fan base always support their own. When it comes to American fans, they support who they like. As in that aspect of it, if they don't feel that they support
yeah. Um, Fortunately, this is what it is. You know, this whole Lamar Roach.
you. When Tank is fighting Pitbull Cruz, because remember, said he was never going to rematch Pitbull Cruz. But right now, that's the biggest money fight on the table right now.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, like I said, boxing's a strange place. It's strange. It's strange, and whether we are fans or not, the sport of boxing is gonna continue to go on with or without us. And what I mean without us, I mean the real fans, not the casuals. The real fans. So if you ever decided there was a day where I'm not watching boxing no more, I'm not supporting it, I'm not paying for nothing, I don't even want to watch it for free. I don't even want to engage in it. Just know that nothing is going to stop because you say you're not watching it. Now you have every right because it could get you to a point where the casuals piss you off. These some of these YouTube channels will piss you off. The business of boxing will piss you off to a point where you go, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I don't want to do this. I'm just gonna give up on it. But just know that nothing is going to stop because of how you feel. I always tell
You
people, this is
know,
what I tell people, Free. This is why I never wanted to get into it about the promoters or Turkey Al Sheik or Jake Paul or any of them. Because I tell people this, you can complain about Dana White and a lot of these guys, but if you don't have any of these guys' money where you could go start your own promotional company, start your own brand, um, what do you like what are you complaining about?
yeah. I mean, if you can start your own, there's no need to complain about it. Just start your own.
Yeah,
You don't like how something is going, do your own thing. You ain't got to worry about how they doing things. You do your own thing.
yeah, do your own thing. You know, and that makes perfect sense for all you so-called boxing fans. Some of y'all in real life, hey man, I used to box once upon a time. Okay, cool. Oh, I know a little bit about it. You know, my grandfather did it. My da da da. Okay, cool. Now it's different when you're not into doing that, but the way some of y'all speak, it's like y'all got a problem with what everybody does with their money, and that's cool. Go be a promoter of your own. Go start your own shit.
Right.
Because guess what I could do? I could do what a lot of y'all can't do, and let me explain to that. Right now, I could go take no duck zone. Not right now, but if I was in the position, I could take no duck zone and get it sanctioned and go do something with it if I want. I either can make it an all pro promotion or I can make it an amateur. I can make it an amateur and pro if I wanted to. That's why I don't sit and complain about too much because it's like, what I'm gonna complain about something I can't do. I ain't got Turkey out of Sheik money. I ain't got Dana White money. I ain't got Jake Paul money. I ain't got Eddie Hearn. I ain't got De La Hoya, Frank Warren, or any of those guys. None of them.
And believe it or not, a lot of the money that Jake Paul and Logan Paul got, them, the money that they got, a lot of it was from them doing YouTube and Instagram and things like that. That's where a lot of their money come from.
Yeah,
They did have money in other avenues, but majority of their money came from when they first started out was from YouTube and Instagram and Twitch and all that stuff. That's where majority of their money came from. And then they blew up from there because they already had a big following on Instagram and YouTube.
yeah. So I don't too busy. Coach CJ, what's up? Coach, I thought I had plans for for tomorrow, but something didn't go through, so I'll be in Queens in the morning at the gym. We'll do the interview in the morning. So I hope it don't rain like it is now, because it's raining like crazy in New York. For these last 2 days, it's been nasty out here. So I'm gonna try to get to you the best way I can if it's not raining like it is right now. But yeah, I told you this before, Free. I don't have their money. A lot of y'all be talking like y'all be managers, promoters, and all that shit. Well, take whatever money you got. Take whatever money you got and go start your own promotional company. Why not? Oh, because I don't want that. So if you don't want that, stop talking like you in that position. Oh man, I can say whatever I want. No, 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 no. That's the problem. You sound stupid. You sound stupid. What I look like being in a position where I have my own promotional company or I have an opportunity to get that, but then I don't do anything with it. I don't do nothing with it. I mean, tell me, how does that make sense? Because it don't. So, that's my whole thing. Um, but hey man, we don't know if this is real or not, what's happening. We'll fall back and see if it ever ends up being Lamont, versus Zepeda. Could it just be all talk? We don't know. Because like I said, people will get hype over this, and then something comes up where it don't happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to be the guy who would get mad, or I'll be quick to call somebody a duck because something didn't happen. Now I'm at a point where I don't give a damn if it do happen, because you're gonna have to understand, just because you want something to happen, that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. So that's another thing that y'all gotta understand. Oh man, I want Devin and I want Devin and Ryan too. Yeah, you could want it. I mean, if they give it to us, they give it to us. If they don't, what can we do? You wouldn't want to see that. It don't matter what the hell I want to see. It only matters what makes sense. You understand, Free? It only matters what makes sense. That's all that matters. They not sitting home. Listen, these people are not sitting home, or they're doing business over the phone. And 9 times out of 10, the casuals or the real fans probably don't even come out of their mouths. You think they're paying their bills off of what y'all think about them? They gonna make their money regardless. Now, am I saying good fights shouldn't be made? Nope, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying good fights should be made, but y'all have to stop getting so damn overwhelmed about these fights. Y'all get super overwhelmed. Like if you don't get it, it's going to stop you from being a boxing fan. Well, in case you guys don't know, in real life, you have to expect the unexpected. We got what free? I hate to be counting. What do we got? 9 more months until this year ends. Do you realize what y'all probably can see in the next 5 months? What boxing is going to look like? There's going to be a lot of shit that's going to happen in these next 5 months that's going to throw y'all off guard that y'all ain't never saw coming.
Yeah.
It's going to be some.
At the end of the
It's going to
day,
be some. There's going to be some fights free that you going to be like, wait a minute, man, this don't even make sense. How the hell did they make this fight? Y'all made this one, but y'all couldn't get this one going. Wait a minute, hold the hell up. How is he getting a title shot? What? He lost 2 fights back to back, and you telling me he gets a title shot? There's gonna be a lot of shit y'all gonna see in the next 5 months that's gonna piss y'all off.
mm,
It is what it is. So none of this don't bother me, man. None of it don't bother me because I see it for what it is. But honestly, free for people who have a problem, the best thing I could tell you to do, because everybody else is doing it, take whatever money you making, and if you're that much of a boxing fan like you claim you are, go dump some of your money into it. Go dump some of your money into the sport of boxing. All you got to do is get connected with a couple people, huh? Get connected with a couple people. See, you know what I mean? Like me, I'm in these boxing gyms. I got fighters I can call. I got coaches I can call. I know some people in high ranks where I could go, you know what? Hey, I want to dump some of my money into this boxing shit. And one thing they're not going to do, free, I'm not a popular content creator. I'm not this, I'm not that. But they're not going to ask one question, free. They're not going to ask where the hell I came from. They're not going to be like, where the hell did this dude come from? They're not going to ask that. So, yeah, I mean, that's the best advice. He said, your sweat. Yo, you like that sweatsuit that Free got on? Yeah, Free be showing off, man, with his old ass. I hate them OGs that like to show off. That's Free for you, man.
what you talking about? What you talking about?
He told me about your sweatsuit is fire. I said, that's what Free like to do, show off. He get on my nerve. But shout out to your son for doing his Thug Dizzle, man. Shout outs to him, man. Shout out to your son for doing his
Oh,
Thug.
y'all niggas,
I
y'all
ain't
niggas
gonna
said
lie, though.
I got a, I got a all blue one, a cream
I
one,
ain't gonna
and
lie
a
to you,
black
man.
one
If I
like
was
this.
if I was if I was gang banging, that would be the suit I wear right there. If I was gang banging, that'd be the suit right there I got on. I'll go out right with
Hey,
that.
I got one. I got one for the Crips and the Bloods. This is the Bloods.
Man, if I was
Tomorrow, I mean,
gang
later
banging,
on
let
in
me
the
tell
day,
you something. If I was gang banging, that's
you'll
the
see me in
first
the
thing I'm
Crips.
going outside with. I swear. Nah, but nah, yeah, that suit is definitely shouts to his son. Anybody who want that, holla at Free so he can let his son know. Let's all support each other, man. We gotta support each other. That's the problem. If you can go get a $200 pair of Jordans, man, believe me, that suit ain't $200, man. Y'all can go support. Y'all sit there and put a house around your neck and a car on your damn feet, but won't support something that don't cost that much. That's crazy to me. I don't understand a lot. Some of y'all are backwards as hell. But yeah, best advice is for y'all to
That's
dump
like
some of
with
your
me.
money.
I don't wear a lot of name brand stuff. Most of the name brand stuff I wear is my shoes. That's it. My
Well,
clothes,
well,
I don't have. I don't wear a lot of name brand clothes.
well. I told Tiffany this. I think I've been telling Tiffany this since last year. I told her I'm not wearing no more name brand. I said everything I wear got to have my brand on it. And she said, "You serious?" I said, "I'm dead serious because half of these people that y'all keep wearing their brand don't even like us. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Well, I don't care about that. Well, you should care about it. Yeah, that's his son's brand. You should care about it. I ain't gonna name no people because YouTuber, want to be careful who you name on here. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know these brands y'all keep buying, and these people don't like us. And when I mean us, I don't mean me and free. I mean they don't like us. But y'all will constantly go out there and stand online and wait for these. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait till you go to work and knowing your check is only $300, you gonna go spend 200 and then sit there and talk about I'm broke, supporting these same people that don't even like you. They don't like you, but they like your money. That's what you idiots do. So I ain't going to buy none of that. Everything I wear got to have my logo pressed on it, no matter what it is. My logo is pressed on it. So that's why I say that's the clothing line. It's not just the merch. It's deeper than just merch. Clothing line. So you know what I mean? If that's what you got to do, then that's what you got to do. But we can't support these people who don't support us and they don't like us because the color of our skin. I mean, you do what you want. Don't listen to me. I don't care what you say. I'm going to get that $500 jacket. I'm going to get them $200 pair of shoes. Go ahead and go get it. Can I show you a shirt? Oh, I can show you more than a shirt. I can show you more than a shirt. Uh,
which one seems like it's better? They say, what you got on? I got some Jordans I got Versace on, I got some Gucci on. Or you walk up to a guy like me, you like, hey, what you got on? My clothing brand. Your clothing brand, yeah. This is
yeah,
my clothing brand. This is D free brand. I got on D free shirt. I got on D free jeans. This is D free brand. I ain't never seen that in the store because it ain't in the stores. It's mine.
exactly. It ain't in the
It
store. It's
ain't in the
mine.
stores.
I got you right now. Uh.
Good. So you rather spend all your
So this
money
is this is
on
this is what
with somebody
RGM.
else's name on it
This is
instead of saving your money and putting your own name on
this is one of my shirts right here, RGM. But I'm giving this to my niece. This is my niece. I've been holding this shirt for her. So, but I got this, which is this is a small T-shirt. I even got this RGM. This is what I put my money in. Like if I get money, or you can put your phone in here. So I got this. Uh, we got the sweatsuits. As you can see, you get the sweater, the pants that come with it. I got it in red, and then I got it in this color. Y'all probably see me wear it in some of my pictures. I got that. So I got book bags. I'm working on hats. Um, of course, I got coffee mugs. You know what I'm saying? I got a, you know what I mean? Yeah, everyone knows you don't duck. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a whole fact. Sorry, I had to get comfortable. That's why I took my. But it's all about supporting, man. Tay Tay, I see you, my sis. What's up? It's all about supporting. So yeah, I'm not buying all this name brand stuff, making these companies richer than what they are, and they don't give a damn about you, nothing about you. But you got people who try to keep up with the Joneses, take a little bit of their last money, knowing that they don't have it like that, and then wonder, especially if you get paid every 2 weeks. If you know you get paid every 2 weeks, every week is not really bad because you like, all right, the next week will be here. But you getting paid every 2 weeks, you should be smart with your money. But you focus on making a company richer than what they are, just so you can walk around and say, I got these on my feet. Man, y'all a bunch of idiots. But then the thing is, people could do whatever they want to do with their money. You're absolutely right. But just know this: when you ain't got no more money, don't come to me asking, can you hold $20 to the next time you get paid? No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Because y'all sure all your money sure didn't go on rent. It didn't go on rent because your rent is on your feet. It's on your feet and it's on your back. Man, y'all crazy. Last one because I had to take. Yeah, see, that's something different though, RGM. When you have to pay for your car, that's cool. You know, when you got to pay for your car, because a car is a bill. So it's either you're gonna pay that or you're gonna get rid of the car. You know what I mean? So yeah, but support, man. Support is I always talk about it. It doesn't hurt to do it, but for some people it does hurt. But not me. Y'all ain't gonna see none of that on my feet. I'm not. So when you see D Free and he shows his merch and the coffee mugs and stuff that he got, man, go ahead and holler at him. You see BBO with something. You see any of our brothers and sisters with something. Let's all try to get something from each other. Oh, I'm not buying that. Turn around and y'all crazy. You know these sneakers was these sneakers was $175 plus tax. And I tell you, I got a T-shirt that's $15 or $20, but you're telling me, nah, $15 $20. I don't want to spend. You don't want to spend that, but go ahead and spend money on a company or a person who runs the company that doesn't even like you, that doesn't even like the way. Man, y'all are backwards. But y'all keep leaving check to check and keep on buying all this unnecessary shit. Steady being smart and coming up with your own. But hey, we'll save that for another day. But yeah, holla at man. Somebody holla at my brother D Free, man. Let's support the brand. But yeah, Free, we'll see how this play out. I do want to come back here, Free, because it's Throwback Thursday and it slipped my mind. But I do want to come back here to talk about Mills Lane. So y'all know me on Throwback Thursday as usually. I should have been doing that this morning. I really shouldn't have been getting caught up in the Lamont and and Zepeda, but it did sound interesting. So I said, let's go for it. Um, but if it happens the way you were saying, Free, not say the way you said it, but the rumor, we'll wait and see because we know how these rumors are. Um, we know how these rumors are. These rumors could be just rumors or they could be lies. So we'll wait and see. If nothing else comes up about these two, then we know what it is. But if they start talking tomorrow, the day after, and all next week and the week after, then something magical is about to happen. But even with that, we still have to wait for Mr. Davis and for him to get out of his situation. This is why everybody just needs to be patient and wait to see what happens with that. So we'll see. But we will be back to talk about who was Mills Lane. The question is, who was Mills Lane? Great referee, so we'll be back. I got to come back early with that because I actually have a virtual I have to do at 6 o'clock with some important people. So I'm guessing about I'm guessing about 4:30, y'all. I'll come back because I'm gonna need some time. So I'm gonna probably come back 4:30 with it, maybe even 5 o'clock. I'll set it up and I'll let y'all know. Free, what's popping for the night though, man? What's up? Talk to me. What you and BBO got going on? Or is it a quiet it's a quiet night?
No, we got something going on. I'm not sure exactly who we're going to talk about. Most likely, we're going to talk about the Xander Zayas, the Josh Kelly, the the Lamont Roach and Williams Zepeda.
Okay.
So we will probably be talking about a little bit of everything.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I hope that happens, man. I really want that more than the fight we talking about now. That Josh Kelly and man Xander, I would really like that, Free. I would like that.
Yeah.
Cause Xander wants to
I
smoke.
think
It
that's
ain't
I
like
think it's a
Xander
good fight.
running. Xander wants to smoke. and not just from Kelly. He just wants to smoke. Period. It don't matter who it's from. He just wants to smoke. That's what I love about that kid.
Yeah,
I don't want his career
I think
to be like Benavidez, where it's like eventually I want these big fights, or I want this particular person to fight, but I'm not finna go chasing. You know what I mean? I'm not finna go chasing, and
yeah,
I'm sure I'm not about to sit around and be somebody goddamn mandatory for 5 years. That's what I'm not about to do.
yeah. No, Xander. I already know Xander. If he doesn't get the fights that he won at 54, um, or he's going to 60. He already done made that known. He want a select set of fights. If he can't get them, he's going to 60.
Yeah. I don't get it free. Help me out before we get off there. I don't know how you be somebody mandatory for 5 freaking years and they just sit there and just be like on some acting like you don't exist. That is crazy work. Like,
Because you got to sanction a body that allows that to happen. Because me personally, in a perfect world, nobody should be a a person in position to be called a mandatory longer than a year. If you in that position longer than a year, well, if you in that position longer than a year, 9 times out of 10, that fight is never going to happen.
yeah, yeah.
So I would give it a year. If they don't call me as a mandatory within a year, I'm moving on.
Like, that's just crazy. Like, as a fighter, that's got to be more frustrating to a fighter than it is to a promoter because it's like, bruh, 5 years, man. I shouldn't even have to be, yo, a year shouldn't even go by. 2 years shouldn't go by, but five is just plain ridiculous. That's just
Hmm.
plain ridiculous. But like I always tell people, the powers that be got a way of reminding you who runs boxing. They got a way of reminding people. This is why I say when we screaming as fans what we want, you think they sitting here caring about what we talking about? Yeah, we hear them. Well, and their thing is free. The fans don't know what they're talking about. I mean, of course, the fans like who they like, but they don't know what they talk about. And it's unfortunately it's like I said, you either gonna love the sport of boxing or you're not gonna love it. And you're gonna find something new to be a part of. But the business is going to stay the way it is.
The problem with it is the fans don't realize they have the power to change things, but they don't want to come together and agree on that. Everybody
No.
are fans of a fighter instead of fans of the sport. If you a fan of the sport, like NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, when a fan is a fan of a team or a sport, and they said no player is bigger than the team or bigger than the sport, they live by that. So when people ain't doing what they're supposed to do, they're gonna say, "Hey, we need to get rid of this person. We need to get rid of
Yeah.
them. They're not a part of the team, or they're not representing the team well. We need to get rid of them." And then
Yeah.
eventually the team will get rid of them because they losing money,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we don't
They
have that in boxing.
yeah, and a lot of people seem to not get that or understand that. You know, we stick together is better. If we all just be like, listen, and once upon a time, it was like that. But like I said, boxing it leaves the door open for anybody and everybody to walk in. A bunch of begging people just jumping on begging. A guy lose 3 or 4, he don't want to deal with him. Now he's looking for the next undefeated fighter. It sucks. It just sucks, man. But that's it's sad, man. That's just how my most viewed video is a video doc. Oh yeah, RGM. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I'll be coming. I'm definitely doing Mills Lane today because I always do my Throwback Thursday because sometimes I'll be trying to fall back from conversations about boxing today because a lot of it just be a headache sometimes because it'd be too much happening. It'd be too much happening at one time where, like Free say, um, there's so much going on. You don't know where to start. And there's so many lies and rumors and so much capping going on in the sport of boxing. Rather if it's coming from the promoter or the fighter or these so-called fans, every post that's being posted up, rather if it's on Instagram, Facebook, or wherever it's coming from, you don't know what to believe. So either you have to uh, wait till the fighter or the promotional company says something, or you got to pick up the phone and make a phone call and call somebody and say, hey, man, I want to make a video about this, but before I do, is this true? Um, and yeah, that's something very important to do, man. This is why it's good to reach out to these fighters, or reach out to the coaches and try to get them on the show. This is what us with channels should be doing. Besides sitting up for 4 hours on a live arguing about it, hey man, let's see if we can get this guy on the show, or let's see if we can get somebody that's connected to them on the show, so we can get a clear understanding of what's going on, because that's what we're looking for. Free, just a clear understanding, so we won't be so confused about it. Because when you have an understanding about something, now you know how to go about it. You know how to approach the situation. Because now you go, okay, well, that's not what was said. And had you been on the show and listened to what he or she said, you would know. Because I'm not going to listen to you over them when they came up to the show and said what it is. Rather, if you thought they was capping or not. If they were capping about something, or if they left out something, we'll know. But I damn sure ain't gonna take your word over them because of who you supposed to be. And that's what we get a lot for you. We get a lot of those people that's like that, where they'll sit up and call somebody a fighter, or a trainer, a liar, or they capping. But my thing is, who the hell are you? So we supposed to sit and listen to you? Who the hell are you? So, that's why it's always important to reach out to these guys. And you might get them on the show, you might not. Everybody's not interested in doing an interview. It's like I said, the behavior of YouTube. Y'all don't even know how to conduct yourself as interviewers, or being careful about what guests you have on with you when you're doing the interview. Sometimes, Free, you got to be like, man, as much as I would like to share these moments with my brothers, there's always one or two ignorant people who's going to twist this whole interview around, and I don't know if I want them up here. So I think I'm gonna just bring who I want to bring up here, or I'm just gonna have a one-on-one time with this person. Um, because you can get all the answers. I mean, you can get all the questions out that you need to get. Versus having somebody up here who's just gonna ask whatever. So let me ask you, Coach. Let me ask you, Coach. So what you're saying is he's a duck. It's like, oh, come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? Like, what are we really doing right now? So yeah, that kind of nonsense. We don't be needing none of that. But the clear understanding is what we need of why a fight is not happening. Um, what's going on. When you look at Virgil and Golden Boy, we get a clear understanding of why that's going on. But somebody said something free about that interests me, and it probably don't matter to you, free, or nobody else. Somebody said, well, something happened between him and Oscar that he's not saying because it's deeper than him. It's deeper than what we see. Do you think it's deeper than what we see? Or is Virgil just having the moment? And when I mean deeper, did something happen between Virgil and Oscar that we don't know about that he's not putting out in public? Or what or is it I mean, what is it? I had enough with Golden Boy. I'm just sick of this shit. I'm ready to get up out of here.
No, I don't think anything happened. I think it's just more so of the fact that Virgil been fighting for 10 years now, and he's never fought for a championship.
Yeah,
Virgil
that part,
started his
yeah.
career in 2016. He started his career in 2016. It's 2026 now. This man has never fought for a championship yet. You got
Well,
guys like Williams Zepeda, um, daggone Tio, Shakur. All these guys came in right around the same time that Virgil has came in, and he hasn't fought for a championship.
that's what I'm saying. When I mean something happened, do you think anytime off camera there was a conversation he had with De La Hoya, like, yo, man, you know, everybody, the way you just broke it down, everybody's getting the title shot. And I've been around since, it's like, when am I going to get that opportunity? And, you know, De La Hoya sound like the type to be like, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. It's coming. Be patient, my friend. You know how De La Hoya is. And he like, well, how long am I going to be patient? I've been around since 2016. It's 2026. Like, how much?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they had that actual conversation or
Yeah.
not. I would say probably not. Maybe the management of Virgil had that conversation. Um,
Okay.
I think Oscar probably told Virgil, "Hey, look, we're looking to get you the biggest fight we can get you." And Virgil probably said, "Okay," but I think the management might have said, "Hey, look, man, this man is he's dragging his feet. We're trying to get to a championship fight." And Virgil like, "Man, look, everybody else is getting title fights. I'm not getting no title fight."
Yeah.
And I think it's time for me to move on because you're not giving me the opportunity to become a champion. I've been an interim title holder multiple times. He's been an
Yeah.
interim title holder at 47 and at 54. And he hasn't fought for a title yet.
Yeah.
You got guys like Deron Buchenis, Stanionis, Mario Barrio, Rolly Romero, Ryan Garcia, daggone Shakur Stevenson, T.O., Adula Mason, Antoine Russell. You got all these guys came in either right around the same time or after Virgil, and all of these guys have either fought for a title or became champions.
Yeah. Yeah. It got to be kind of nerve wracking to sit and watch that happening. And you go, you know, 10 years of my life was already going by. And, you know, this sport is not guaranteed for me forever. At some point, I got to sit down. When is it going to be my turn? You know what I'm
Right,
saying, Free? When is it going to be my turn? Like,
right.
Jesus Christ. I'm sitting here watching the parade go by. Because that's literally what he's doing. Everybody's on the float holding up their belt. Hey, Virgil, I got mine. You better get yours. Why you ain't get yours yet? I've surpassed you. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's more so what it is. Everybody else getting a shot, and he's not getting a shot yet.
Your man is
I
standing
think
on
that's ultimately what it is.
your man is standing on the sideline with Oscar De La Hoya arms around him and with the sad look. And Oscar's like, "Don't worry about it, buddy. You're gonna get it. You're gonna be on that float with them. Don't worry. Don't worry about them. Them guys are not as good as you."
saying, "Hey, I ain't got the money today. You can get it tomorrow. I ain't
Oh
got it
my
today.
God.
You'll go to the truck tomorrow."
Oh my God. That's exactly what he looking like. Like you seen the movie,
Mm.
what was the movie, 50 Cent movie, Get Rich Die Trying, when he was a little kid and he was when he was looking at the window and his friend came and told him, he said, don't worry about it, Marcus, you'll get that one day. Like, like he's standing there sad, this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn it, I want that.
Right, right.
He's standing there like I want that. But at some point, it does get aggravating, and he probably could have said something about it a long time ago. But now it probably clicked in his head like, man, it's 2026. Sometimes things don't hit you right then and there. You take the time to sit back and you think about a few things. You go, wait a minute. I've been around since I've been boxing ever since I was this age, and here it is. It's 2026, and when you start looking at other guys who get title shots and they didn't deserve it as much as you do, and you like, wait a minute, these guys lose one or two fights, they come back and they're in this position. Why am I still stuck here? So at some point,
Yeah,
it's aggravating. But the crazy thing about it is, you get penalized for sticking up for yourself. Because when you start talking lawsuits now, it's like, oh, you want to play that? Hey, I'll shelf your ass. How about that? I'll shelf you. You want to play that role? I'll shelf you. Now you don't get nada. It's
right.
crazy.
And see, like now he's appealing the court's decision. He's going to arbitration in the appeal. So that's just going to make it even longer.
Yeah.
That's going to make the process even longer because now he really got to sit out because you going through arbitration. You're not taking no fight while you're going through arbitration. Oscar definitely ain't giving you no fight while you're going through arbitration. So that's even longer of you sitting out.
Yeah. This is why a lot of times we can't let our feelings and our emotions get the best of us, because what it is how we feel. They always say go with your first feeling. That's not always the case all the time. Um, because his first feeling was probably like, you know what? He starts thinking about all the years he's been going through it and watching everybody surpass him. I have a right to feel this way, so I have a right to take it there. But just because you feel that way, that doesn't mean it's going to go the way you think it's going to go. And when you
Right.
have to sit out, it ain't like being in an NBA game. It's a 5 game suspension. What the hell is 5 games? 5 games go back like nothing, even though the team could get hurt in them 5 games without you. But 5 games ain't nothing, free. What's that? Imagine if you got to sit out free a whole damn year. Imagine having to sit out a whole year. There's only 9 more months left for 2026. Just imagine. Now you got to sit back and watch all your peers and people that you know win belts, lose belts, and then get an opportunity to get the belt back, and your ass still ain't got one around your waist yet. What kind of goofy ass nonsense is that? That's
Yeah.
crazy work.
Yeah.
Yo, man, listen, kids, boys and girls, you plan on being a boxer when you grow up, y'all better understand some of this. Stop looking at just the money, the jewelry, the cars, and all that, and be like, yo, that's what makes me want to box. Yeah, all right now. You better. I ain't telling you don't go for your dream, but you better think about it, because this is a
Yeah.
love. This
That's
is a
another.
sport that you can show all the love, but it don't love you back. Don't love you back. Don't love you back. When y'all start signing with people, you can't just sign with people, and don't let people fill your head up about what they could do for you. Because people know what they do when they telling you that. They know how to get you to sign on the dotted line. They'll feed you a whole story about what they could do for you, how they could change your life, how they could take you out the hood and put you in a nice community, how they'll put your child in the best school. They'll feed you a whole bunch of BS because that's their job. But then you start noticing you ain't guaranteed me or promised me nothing that you said you was gonna do. It's enough to make you quit. It's enough to make you quit and go, I'm not fighting no more. And then when people retire and they quit, the first thing y'all say is they did all that to duck this fighter. Nah, man, it ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got to quit boxing to duck a fighter. How many fighters you know quit boxing to duck a fighter? The hell y'all talking about? What the hell they talking about, Free? What fighter you knew just said I'm boxing because they making me fight him?
You definitely ain't gotta quit boxing to duck a fighter. That's for sure. You definitely ain't gotta do that.
Yeah, I ain't never heard nobody quit boxing. They might move in another weight class. They might make them. They might avoid them for 5 years, or just avoid them. Period. But I ain't never heard nobody quitting. So if somebody quits, it's because they're sick and tired. I'm tired of it. Some people quit because they done enough in boxing. Some people have to quit because they just took too many punches or whatever, and they just they have no more to give to the sport. And then you got those who get sick of the politics, they get sick of the business, they get tired of it. For all this shit, I can go take them whatever money I made and go open up a restaurant, go start my own construction company. I'm sick of this. This is what some of us got to think about. It's like in the music industry, it's a very dirty industry. It's the same damn thing. Yo, I want to get off this record label. Sick of this shit. I want out of here. And then you think going to court sometime it's gonna go your way, and it might not necessarily go that way. Now you got them holding on to your publishing. Can't do nothing, man. Music industry is another one. Free, dirty ass industry, man. I I I, I do not encourage nobody to go be a rapper or a singer. I mean, you could do it. I don't encourage you to though. You better off just, man. Look. You better off going somewhere starting your own business. It's dirty.
Right.
Boxing and music is two places where you man, you'll make you some money. You'll make you some money. Ain't no doubt about that. But you ain't making the money you supposed to. Because there's a lot more that you supposed to be making that they gonna hold from you. Did you read the contract? Yeah, I could have sworn. Yeah, I read the contract. Obviously, you didn't read it. You didn't read it. What you saw was them numbers on there, and that excited you, and you just say, "Where do I sign?" It's crazy, man. See what happens with Virgil, man. Because I think if he didn't do it, maybe this boost in him would have been. It's like, all right, let's get it on. Now that's in jeopardy. So now we gotta wait to see what's popping with Boots next. What happens for him? Which it always takes me to the
Right.
Fedora and Thurman because I'm waiting to see what happens after that. And it's interesting to see the winner out of that. What happens? Does Thurman get to fight him? Does Josh Kelly and Xander get it in? What happens? That's why I say a very interesting year to see what's going to happen because before this year is up, we should see some of these guys back in the ring. If they have one fight already, we should see these guys come back one more time before this year ends. I'm tired of these guys fighting one time and then we don't catch them again until the following year. That shit is crazy. Doesn't make any sense. You know, one good payday and then I'm not coming back until a year from now. It's crazy. But we're gonna go over to my sister Bay. Are you going on? You should
They
be
ass
going on.
sleep.
Wake up, Bay.
No,
Message.
I ain't got no music in the background. You might have heard my daughter's phone. She be on her phone, so you might have heard her phone.
What Keegan I
She
Wayne
might have
say?
had some music playing on her phone.
Message. Wake up, Vay. Wake up. We're gonna
They out like a light.
get over to my sister Vacant. Bay. Go like, share, subscribe. My brother BBO. Everybody out there pushing the content, man. Go out there, do what you do.
I wonder.
We'll be back
I wonder if 5 minutes on.
with Who is Mills Lane. We're gonna come back and do that for throwback. Get that on early. All right, baby. We get ready to cut out of here. So let's get over there with my sis. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make sure everybody be safe. Whatever the weather is, where you at, enjoy it. If it's rainy, if it's cold, wherever it is, just make sure you go outside dressed appropriate. Be safe. Make sure y'all protect y'all peace, space, and surroundings. Y'all know. Make sure also you smash the like button on your way in and on your way out. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.
Yeah.